You guys, and welcome back to another SithGeek YouTube video on the channel today. And as you see with the thumbnail and title, today we've got a serious topic to discuss. We have the official images now of the Venator class Republic attack cruiser, which personally is the best ever Lego UCS set in my opinion so far. But that is a video for another day. There is two flaws that I'm going to discuss today that this might affect this set dramatically. One, isn't really determined right now because that might be the use of time, and it's been prevalent in most other Lego sets to bigger scales, and that's to do with the weight of the set, which we will discuss afterwards. But the first one is actually sort of integral to the design of the ship and certain things that the design team of the Lego Venator could have done. I just want to see the information for this set so you guys that don't know the information so far know the full story and the full picture. If you guys want to see my initial reaction of the leaked images, click this video here. There'll be the thumbnail here, and you can go down below in the link in the description and check it out there, or just type in SithGeek UCS Venator here. But this is all the information. This gives you the circumstances of thoughts to me of this set being so expensive and still not hitting these two major points. One major point in particular that I will discuss in a second after I see the information. There is 5,374 parts retailing for a grand total of £559.99, $649.99 dollars, and also euros. And it's a colossal set. It's massive, it's huge, it's so big. That's the information there for you guys to know, to take away from this. But the first major issue that I will discuss today is the lack of an interior inside this, and a lack of things that I feel this should have had. I say the lack of interior here. It doesn't have an interior at all. It has a little gimmicky version of a tiny Republic gunship coming out of the side. It looks very cute. It's accurate in scale, having these two slope pieces creating this gunship compared to the massive scale of the Venator. But I would personally have rather received a slightly upscaled version of a gunship somewhere else surrounding or the interior of the Venator. Now, I understand creating a Venator to be structurally sound and including play features and posability and seeing it inside a Venator is going to be very hard, and that will lead me on to the second flaw in this, because these two flaws don't go hand in hand, because if you want one, you're likely going to upset the other one / make the other one worse. But I will discuss it after I've talked about the interior. So the lack of interior, only getting that gunship, is very annoying to me, and I think the design team could have tried something somehow. Obviously, guys, there's still playability features. You can use the guns on the side, they can move in and out. You can move it, it's got a plaque. You've got your two minifigures. You've got Captain Rex here, which is an incredible minifigure. Still, there's flaws there, and we're not going to discuss in this video. We've got Admiral Yularen here as well. Incredible. He will be exclusive for a long time, I feel, in this set. But we could have done something with interior. Now, you guys in the comments, put all your theories and thoughts down below. You guys might be thinking, hang on a second, Sean, there wasn't any interior inside the UCS Star Destroyer. Now, I know there wasn't any interior, but that was it was an older set. The Lego had slightly more limitations now. Also, it was a bigger set in terms of, I know the pieces weren't bigger, but there's smaller pieces in this. But the pieces were bigger, so it was a bigger set, and the scale of it was bigger. And it's the same length. It's the 43 inches long, but it was wider, and it was also taller. So there was something involved there. I was satisfied with that. We got a scaled Tantive alongside, so I was happy enough. I feel I just have more connection to the Clone Wars here, and the generation that's coming up now with Lego that's my age has a big connection to Clone Wars and wanted to see an interior involved here. So the first bit of interior they could have done more in-depth look at the little inside part. They could have made it more hollow. So even the little gunship, you could have being able to play and push the gunship up and through, or even make the blast doors on the side. I know it's normally blue with those shields, but they could have opened up and closed. I'm sure Lego could have made a mechanism, or or something like that to open up and close. So that was the bare minimum that I feel they could have done with that. There's also other limitations with the design that I feel I've recently found out that it's actually stickers for the Republic logos on both sides instead of prints. Now, that's just really annoying to me. But the other part of the interior they could have went along and done was the opening of the main crimson part that opens up to let all the Y-wings away. That opens up like that. They could have tried to make a feature like that work. If it didn't split, which I understand it could have been harder to do, it could be taken off and you could see a slight interior inside there. It's not, it's just all one piece, which is really, really annoying to me. And I feel Lego could have tried to do something around that. They could have done something. I just feel the interior is a bit lackluster, and there's nothing. There's no like little sort of Easter eggs apart from the little gunship involved, which I still appreciate. We got that. I'd rather have that than nothing, but I just feel that they could have done more. But this leads me on to the second flaw with this set, which is more a timely one, because you have to explore the weight issues with this set this big. So they can only do so much tests with a set this big, and the weight for it will be more stable if it's just sat normally. But if you put it on its two display stands, which are a lot better than the UCS Star Destroyer one, if you set them there and pop it, the rockets and boosters at the back do protrude out a long way. Now, if you do such things, you might eventually see signs of sagging. Now, many people in the community thought we saw little bits of signs of sagging with images like these here, but it might not actually be true that there was sagging there. But it leads us to speculate that in the future, if you have this set, obviously it's a massive investment, it's £5,000, you are going to invest in something like this that's going to stay with you possibly the rest of your life, 10, 20, 30 years. Are the boosters at the back or even the front, anywhere else in the ship, going to sag and eventually break? Possibly. They can't think about that, and obviously there will be a mad amount of testing done to create this, but they can't see into the future to do so much. They'll do weathering tests, they'll leave it for so long, they'll do discrepancy tests in all the builds, and I'm sure it's very structurally sound when picking up, more structurally sound than the Star Destroyer, more structurally sound than anything they've made before, because it's the newest, latest and greatest iteration, and that's what they look at. But there will always be certain limitations to what you're doing when the medium is Lego bricks, essentially a toy, and you're creating a massive ship here. So will that possibly happen in the future? We don't know, and that's why I said it correlates to the structure. And the first issue that I found was with the interior. So if they tried to make the interior better, they might have compromised some structure. So I understand a little bit more why they didn't do so much interior and just went ahead and focused on the structure, the skeleton, the Technic parts involved. I'm not a designer. These are my own thoughts. These thoughts might not be valid at all, because I'm not even a mock creator. I don't create mocks. I don't know the structural way around things. So this, I might be blowing these out of the water, but these are the only two flaws that I found with the set. You could say Captain Rex not having certain pauldrons and the helmet holes and that are flaws. But with the set, not the minifigures, I only found two flaws. If you guys have any other thoughts, comments below of any other flaws that you think, or do you think this is just a 10 out of 10? I still think it's a 10 out of 10 set. But if I had to find flaws, it was those two. The structural soundness of this set with possible sagging, and also the lack of interior involved here. But then again, guys, I want your thoughts. Leave your thoughts, comments down below. Am I right? Am I just ridiculous? Am I hating for no apparent reason? Leave your comments and thoughts down below. Anyways, remember to like, subscribe, dislike if you like. Just leave feedback. Like, subscribe, dislike. Hit that post notification bell to get up to with all content coming to your face. I've been SithGeek. Thank you for watching this video here where I just rambled on about my thoughts about this. Peace out, have a nice rest of your day, and I will catch you later on the SithGeek YouTube channel. Bye, guys.